Greetings, friends. It's Denise again with Denise's Dancing Paintbrush and another collage that I've been working on. This is the pink rose that I created for my demo for my Society of West Coast Artists group. But knowing that it was going to take a long time, I created two pictures, one with a background not done and one with the background already finished, and then started the demo partly with the blank page, started doing the background, and then stopped and put that one to one side and pulled the one out that already had the background completed. That way, during my demo, people could see me actually working on at least starting the background and how I choose my colors and how I begin. But then I had a drawing with the background not finished, and I decided to go ahead and finish it for this YouTube video. So you can see up in the upper left-hand corner, that's my photo reference. The photo of the rose was taken with a cell phone, as you can see by the dimensions. But I thought it was just, one lonely rose, and so I cut out two buds from other photos and sort of attached them. And that's how I've got my composition, with the rose in the middle and the two buds. Well, the rose isn't exactly in the middle, sort of offset. And I decided I wanted a lighter background than the photo reference had, so I used a tan and reduced the number of leaves, of course, as you can see here. Background's all torn paper, but the rose will be all cut, nice, clean, crisp edges. But I like the raw, rough, organic look of the torn paper for the background. I chose these roses for my demo because it's pretty much the same process that I use when I do a portrait. The rose has the same sort of rounded feel that I'm trying to translate into cut and torn paper. And so now it's time to get my little scissors out and cut pieces for the main rose. Now, you can see that the rose is much more pink than the colors I'm choosing here, because the reason is I ran out of pink. I'm using magazines, circulars, flyers, old Avon catalogs, anything I can get my hand on that has a nice glossy paper with a bit of weight to it. It can't be, this flimsy newsprint type. But after a while, you run out of the colors you want, and you end up incorporating the colors that you've got. So I ended up with, a much more fuchsia kind of a rose. The shadows you see from each of the petals instead of finding something that was a dark pink, I used that fuchsia color on my shadows. The deep burgundy red is the darkest shadows in the center of the rose. And the funny thing about doing a Zoom demo is that the administrator, of course, will put a mute on everyone except for me, so that while I'm working, they would have to physically take the mute off in order to ask me a question, which, I didn't even realize. And I told a joke, an art joke. Why not? It's my demo, and that's what I like to do. And the problem was nobody laughed, or at least I've got my head down and I'm working on my rose and I can't hear anyone laugh. Apparently everyone laughed and really liked the joke and would have liked more, but I assumed my audience didn't appreciate that kind of humor. And the joke was, did you hear about the cartoonist who was found dead in his apartment? Well, the details are sketchy. Sometimes I have a piece cut out and ready to go, or at least drawn and sketched in the paper cut, and it just sits there on my art table because I don't know, not inspired, not in the mood. Do any of you have that problem? But I find that if I force myself to just get started, the mood will happen. I mean, it's like I'm forcing it. But sometimes I'm just tired. Like today, I've got a piece sitting on my table and I've not even worked on it. I've looked at it and just thought, not today. So I'm putting together this video instead. I thought the white at first might be too bright, too harsh, but I think I like it after all. You'll see I'm putting both of the demo pieces, the one that I finished for my demo and this one that I finished for me, side by side at the end, so you can see the difference. Naturally, there'll be difference in color because I ran out of pink. And this one is much more fuchsia. But this there's also a difference in brightness because I didn't use as much white. Even with words on it, the white is pretty bright. So I've got to finish the little bud up here in the corner. The first one, the demo piece that I completed while everyone was watching me on my Zoom demo. You see, I didn't use as much white. I used a very pale pink that I had found, and this one is the one you just watched me finish. Much more white and fuchsia than pink, but I think I like it. Let me know what you think. I mean, do you like the first piece or the second piece? No two pieces ever come out the same anyway. Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. And do check out my links and come again and see what I'm doing next time. I'll see everyone later. Bye!